So let's see how it looks. So whatever you are doing, let's say we need to save or publish what we have now so that we can see it on our own page. So at the top right corner, you see publish. So let's publish. So publishing means that you want to save it and make it available to the public. So it's published. Now let's refresh our own page and see what we have. So we have this. So our website is coming together. So we have this. So let's now make it look like what we have here. So as you can see, presently the big text, the description, and the button are sticking to the edge of the page, which is what we don't want. So we want to give like a small space to the left and let them come a bit to the right. So in design, there's something that is called padding and margin. So margin is the space around the element. That is, if this our section, the margin of this our section is the space from the top of this section to the top of this page, then to the right, the space between the right side of our section outside, that is margin. So it cut across like that round the whole element. That is top right, bottom left is the margin. But for padding, padding is more like the opposite of margin. So for margin, remember, it is the distance measure from the edge of that element away from the element. But for padding, it is the distance measure from the edge of that element inside the element. So which means that from the top of this big text to the edge of this our section is the padding, while from the edge of this our section to the top is the margin. So what we want to give to this our design is to give it a padding left, because this is the left side of our section. So we want to give it a padding left so that there is space from the edge of this section towards the inside of our section. So to do that, we click on our section, then it is not under styling, it is actually placed under advanced in Elementor. So when you click on advanced, you see layout, you see margin and padding. So now let me explain better what I mean by from the top to the blah blah blah. So for margin, we have top here. Now let me put 20. See, when I put 20, you notice that it measures 20 pixels to the top, to the left, to the right, and to the bottom of this page. And if you notice that when I typed 20 here, it typed it to the rest of the boxes. But to disable that, you just need to unlink the or to lock the page. So when I do this, I can always put my desired value in each of those boxes as I want. But we want it to, we are not putting margin here. I'm just using to explain. So we maintain 0. So we want to do padding left, only padding left this time around. So what we need to do is to unlink our padding here so that we don't get to be putting same value across the 4 points. So we unlink this. So we want to put padding to left. This is left section here. So let me do 50. So depending on what you want, I can do, let me do 70 so that I have more spaces, or let me do 120. Remember that whatever we are doing here, we are doing it for desktop only. So you notice now that we have added a padding to the left, which have shifted the whole of our content inside this section towards the right so that we have space at the left hand side, just like our sample page that we are emulating.